Hello everyone and welcome to another Groovy Golf video. Well, it's a new year and like a lot of golfers out there, I'm looking at setting some goals to improve my game in 2024. Now there are a few things that happened last year that have already started the process. The first of course is the simulator behind me. I've had that up for about 6 months now and I really feel it's helping, especially with my iron play, but what I'm finding is I'm still lacking that consistency with my strike, so I don't think I'm using it the right way in terms of working on a routine, focusing on my swing, and not just how far I can hit a golf ball. So I'm setting a rule that I have to use the simulator at least twice a week, and I'm going to work on a practice schedule to spread out the clubs I use and the types of shots I'm trying to hit. Secondly, I have some new clubs in the bag. I was recently fitted for a new driver, 2 wedges and a putter, all of which I'll go through in another video. I've also bought a new 3 hybrid, and the 3 wood has come out of my bag and a 2 iron has gone in. I've been playing with them on the course and in the simulator for about 3 months now, so I feel I'm starting to see the benefits come through. I've also been using the ShotScope H4 for the past year and a half to record my shots and gather that data which I'll use to see what parts of my game I need to work on and see if there are any improvements actually happening. Also, now that I have this practice space, I've got myself a few training aids which I hope will help in lowering my handicap and my consistency. As I said before, I have a new putter and it's very different to my old TaylorMade Spider which I had for 10 years. So it's been a difficult transition. So I have the WeldPutt 3 meter putting mat, which comes with a training app that has drills and games to improve your putting. Along with that mat, I have the WeldPutt WellStroke Coach Pack. That has a putting arc mat as well as some indoor tees and aiming holes. Now I know that I'm not a coach, but that pack had everything I wanted at a cheaper price than buying it all separately. The last thing is the Rip Stick for swing speed training. One of the issues I have with my swing is with my hip rotation, and the Rip Stick training system works on that aspect of the swing, and of course there's no harm in getting some extra swing speed. So how does this all affect my channel? Well, I'm going to be uploading a video a week. That's my plan. Now what will be in those videos will vary from week to week. They could be a course vlog like my 5 Below 85 series. They could be reviews of the products I've mentioned or a recap of my most recent rounds with the Social Club. But what will be in each video is a weekly update on how I'm going with my 2024 plan. If things are going well or if things aren't working and I need to make some changes. So to begin the first weekly update, I'm going to recap my first round of the year, which was at the Ridge Golf Course, and I'm happy to say it was a decent one. I shot an 8 over 80. Now I find the Ridge a pretty forgiving course. The fairways are wide and there's not too much trouble in terms of trees, and there are only 3 holes where water comes into play. There are over 50 bunkers there, which some of them are large and well placed, but I was lucky enough not to find any of them. Now looking at my scorecard, I'll let you know that we started on the back 9 first, and it wasn't a good start. We had 2 3 putts in the first 3 holes, and the putter wasn't playing nicely most of the day. As you can see, I had 35 putts. 2 of the 1 putts there were actually after I putted from off the green, so those didn't count. I just couldn't get the speed. I was either hitting it way past the hole or hitting it way short. The interesting one is the par 3 5th hole, where I scored a 4 with a green in regulation, but only had 2 putts. So I hit the green from the tee, then my first putt actually went past the pin and off the green. Then I putted back onto the green and hold the official second putt. I think it's an issue I find that with the Social Club, we're playing on different courses each game. So we're never putting on the same type of greens. One week it'll be fast, next week it'll be slow, but that's something I plan on working on. The driver wasn't on song either, as you can see. I only hit 3 fairways. But as I said, it's a pretty forgiving course, and there was only 1 second shot where I had tree trouble. All the others, I still had a clear shot to the green, and when it says I missed the fairway, there were only a few instances where I was only just off the fairway. My irons were pretty good. As you can see, I had 55% green in regulation with 67% on the second 9 we played. And the wind really picked up at the end, so some of my approach shots I was really happy with. My short game was its usual ordinary self, but as my irons were good, I didn't have to rely on it too much, but I did have a couple of chunky chip shots. As I said, I have some new wedges, but I know it's more my technique than it is the wedges. So a 2 over second 9 was great. And the stats show that I do play the second 9 a lot better than the first 9. It's most likely a warm-up thing, as here in Australia it's rare for a course to have its own driving range for you to have a warm-up in, and a lot of the times we're teeing off like first thing in the morning, so it's hard to have the time to have a warm-up. Looking at shot scope and my strokes gained against a similar 10 handicap play, you can see it reflects everything I just said. My tee shots weren't great, but I think again shots with my distance. There were 4 par 5s, and all of them I had an opportunity to reach into, even though I didn't on any of them. My irons were good, so I gained strokes with my approach shots. My short game wasn't great, but I didn't have to use it that much, and my putting wasn't the best. So putting that up against my strokes gained for all my rounds last year, you can see my tee shots were similar. My approaches and short game were well up from my 2023 average, and my putting was well down. I think my biggest takeaway from this round on what I need to work on is actually the driver. I know that if I hit the ball the way I did on any other course, I would have been in a lot more trouble, and I wouldn't have had the clear shots to the green. So before next round, I'm going to put some work in on the simulator with the driver and see if we can straighten it up a bit. I'll also be doing some work with the putter and try and dial that speed in a bit. So that's it for the first video of the year, first of many videos this year. Next week, I'm going to put my new driver head to head with my old driver on the simulator and see how it stacks up, and I'll also take you through the fitting experience. So if you've come this far, thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.